a couple of shirts away. You know what I mean? You want a Pressure Washing Institute shirt, it's time to get it. Look at, here's a John Tornabene. Love John's Tornabene shirt. What a great color that is. Always chime in, guys, if you're interested. But my subject today, and I'm going to try to keep it fairly simple. A post today from a person, and this is how it always happens. You always start thinking. And what's great when you engage and you read and you watch media, you actually read text. Sometimes, we forget how important watching, and reading text is. We're all caught up in videos because videos are easier. But I wanted to talk today about coaching. A couple of the mistakes that guys make. One, I want to talk about this, and some of you guys have been watching my other videos this morning. You've really heard this. It's a psychology thing, and I'm going to equate it to. I'm going to take it back to something simpler that a lot of us understand and may understand it. But when we pay for something, we want to get something for what we pay. So when we pay a coach, we often value it more. And it's not that the coach is better or worse if they're free or paid. That's not really the formula. The coaching is all based upon the individual needs of the person that's trying to learn. Being a good student is a huge thing in good coaching. A lot of times you can have great coaches, but if you have bad students, it's not going to do you a lot of good. And let me simplify that for you. I coached ball for 19 years, and I didn't understand. I wanted to win, and I didn't realize that you got to get talent on your team. And I thought, okay, I've got these guys. You go out and you recruit, and you try to formulate a plan to get a better team, and you build from within that team. And you realize that the kids, even though they have the talent, they don't have the grit. They're not coachable, and they don't want it bad enough. And a lot of times people that are just naturally talented sometimes take for granted their own abilities because they are good at what they do, and they could be phenomenal. They could be a prodigy, but because they don't have the heart, the grit, I call it grit. Lots of you guys will use heart as they don't have the heart. They don't fully reap the benefits of what they have in front of them, whether it's a good coach or a bad coach. Because if you have the heart, whether you have a good coach or a bad coach, you're going to succeed. Okay, and that's the thing about this. When you have grit, you're going to succeed whether you have a bad coach or a good coach, because you're going to find a way. You're going to find a way to succeed. You're going to find a way to win. And how this translates to finding good people, whether it's inside of your own organization or whether it's reaching down inside of you and saying, man, do I really have the heart to do this? Man, I find myself saying I want to quit all the time, and I just want to bag it, and I just want to hang it up. A lot of times you find yourself doing that, and it's okay to a certain extent. But my mother always said, she said, Ron, she says, you're not a quitter. You're going to finish out what you started, because she taught me that once you quit one time, you now become a quitter, because always quitting is the easy way. It's the easy way out. Now, am I saying that, if something's really bad for you, you shouldn't quit it? No. But if you've made a commitment to something, to a program, to an instructor, to a coach, to a teacher, to something that you implemented that cost you money in your business, and you really didn't see it through, but you weren't getting any success with it, but you just quit it because it wasn't that magical unicorn, and I quit it. Well, guess what? You're not really giving yourself the chance and the opportunity. And what I found out is that when I had players on my team, and whether it was whether it was my team in business or whether it was my coaching team in baseball, when I had players on that team and they had that heart, I knew how to figure that out. I knew how to vet that heart out of them. And basically, in baseball or in athletics, it's really simple. You run them. If you run them, the ones that don't have the heart will quit. And I know some parents out there, did that. You made people quit. Oh my gosh. Yes, sometimes, man, that's the way to vet the people, even within your own organization. If you give them difficult things, you give them hard tasks, and they cannot complete them, well, then guess what? You're going to wind up having, they're going to wind up saying, hey, this is too difficult. I don't want to do this. And those are the people that you don't want on your team. Well, we find ourselves in that same situation. This is why 4 out of 5 entrepreneurs are failing within the first 3 years. Running a business is not an easy thing for a lot of people. Now, when you get older and you're more seasoned at it, like anything, it becomes easier, and you learn how to cope through the challenges and the things that you need to cope through. And I know a lot of you know, what does this have to do with hiring? What does this have to do with hiring a coach or picking a coach? You know, what I want to tell you today is that it's not necessarily about picking the coach. It's about looking within inside of you to find out, do you have it? Do you have the grit? Do you have the heart? Do you have the desire? Because you know what, guys? It doesn't matter what coach you pick. It doesn't matter whether they're paid. It doesn't matter whether they're free. It's your mindset of what you're going to do with the information that they're going to give you. It's the action that you're going to take that's going to make you succeed, guys. That is it. That is the secret recipe in success right there, guys. That grit within inside of you is going to make you succeed. The bottom line is things are difficult. Sometimes when your coaches are coaching you, some want to paint it as this magical thing that's easy, and it's not. It's difficult. It's not easy. Not at first, anyways. Nothing is easy. Anything, those old cliches. Hey, easy come, easy go, right? If it comes easy, it's going to go easy. A lot of times the things that you work harder for are the things in life that you're going to cherish the most. And this goes back to, well, in psychology, if we pay for something, we want to get a return out of it. So we think when we pay for coaching necessarily that it's better because we're investing in ourselves. We've heard all these nonsense and these silly things. Guys, it comes from within here. Now, you can pay for coaching. You can get coaching for free. You can figure out what the best coaching is for you by basically vetting your instructors. Vet your instructors. Find out who they are. Find out what they've done. Find out what they've accomplished. Ask them what they're going to teach you and ask them what they're going to expect. Guess what? If they guarantee you something, there are no guarantees because the guarantee is only on you. You are the only one that can guarantee your success. It's all about you. It's about the grit. It's about that heart. And that's all it really is about at the day's end, guys. So when you're out there picking a coach and an instructor, remember one thing. Be a good student. That's the number one thing that you can do. Number 2 thing is take action. Take action on the things that you're being coached on. Because if you don't take action on the things you're being coached on, you'll never know. You'll never, ever know. Because you can't say something didn't work if you didn't take action on it. Guys, that's really what I wanted to say today. I was inspired today by a post that was made, and it just started making me really think and realize. And that's what's so good about engaging with other people is it keeps those things going. I want to say one more thing. If you guys take it upon yourself to mentor somebody, whether you think you're capable of mentoring somebody or not, if you take it upon yourself to mentor somebody or help somebody or teach somebody, these are things also that makes you stronger, makes you a better entrepreneur, makes you a better business person. These are the type of things that really, really will help you in the future. Guys, I'm telling you, when you start helping people and reaching out, it'll come back to you tenfold. I promise you that it will. Man, I'm also really big on this. This is going to be my closing thing. Visualization, guys. You have to visualize what you're going to become. I'm a big believer in that. If you visualize that you're going to get a base hit, you're going to get a base hit. If you visualize and you go up there and you're worried about striking out, you're going to strike out. You've got to have a mindset and you have to start visualizing all of those things that you want to accomplish because visualization is a big key. Hey, remember this, man. Everything is 99% mental. 99% mental. How do we know this? we see superstar athletes will have trouble in their lives. Nothing changed in their physical ability to play a sport. Nothing changed in the way they can run, jump, or hop. They're probably at the height of their times. I'm not going to mention the athletes. We all know who they are. And then all of a sudden something gets in their head, and now they can't make a basket. They can't hit a golf ball. You know, the bottom line is they went from superstar to nowhere, and it was all in their head. It's all mental. Everything is mental. And right here with grit, 100%, 100% grit, 100% mental. It's within inside of you. You can do it if you want to do it. It doesn't matter who your instructor is. It doesn't matter who your coach is. If you've got grit and you visualize and you believe you can do it, you will do it, guys. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute.